gun over here.
Oh, dang.
Gosh.
I was trying to catch you slipping.
She's rushing me.
Action.
And go. Oh my gosh, I got grass, and now I probably have grass on my butt. I have grass on my shoes.
I won't say out loud.
Okay.
What that would
Hi,
be.
guys. Grassy ass. Donator.
Donator. Yeah. Yeah.
So we've been out in the yard.
Don't sit on your feet.
Well, I feel like I need to be up higher.
Would you like me to get you a booster seat?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Sit right there.
No, I'm kidding.
I got you.
Good morning, everybody. Hopefully, everybody is doing well. We got to get a little closer
Stand up.
because I can't see.
Thanks.
Oh, you got me.
tall man syndrome.
Thanks.
There you go.
Okay.
You just want to
Okay.
be taller than me.
Oh,
Huh?
thanks.
Does that feel better?
Wow, and I'm wobbling the table. So, good morning,
Oh my
everybody. We have been
gosh.
we've been out in the garden and doing all the good things this morning that you do. We had breakfast. You went work out. I did not go work out.
Yeah. I had
Yeah.
breakfast. Did you
Yeah.
eat breakfast?
Yes, I did. I had a piece of banana nut bread.
Okay.
This is not as much breakfast as she would like for me to eat.
Uh-huh.
I
gotta keep her
So,
regimen.
Let's say
And
good morning
eating.
to everybody. There is Joe Fix It for you.
Good morning, Dad.
Good morning,
you
Daddy.
mastered it.
I did it. I did it.
Nice.
Oh, there
Look,
we go.
I did it.
I did it, Niecy. I did it. There is Niecy. There is Wendy at Hardneck Farms. Rebecca, Touched by Yarn. Arlene, good morning. Let's see. Annie, she is just going to sleep. She's laying her head on the pillow, and she said, I've had a hard day, so let me go sleep, and I'll listen to the girls as I doze off this evening. Let's see.
That would swoon me as well.
What did she say?
How are your hands doing today, Rebecca?
Oh, wow. They're probably sore. Hey, Amanda. Amanda is in here. Amanda Dahl. Teresa Jukiewicz is here.
Good morning.
Do you want to say her name?
No.
No?
No.
You don't want to give it a shot?
It's
Come
like when people tried to pronounce Saint Germain. Like,
Yeah.
No.
No bueno.
No.
And there is Troy Sutton. So we have gotten down to the bottom. So we are doing good. We're doing the busy things this morning. Everybody is so busy. I need to send
Both of you scrubbies.
both of you
Aw.
scrubbies. Yes. I had responded to your email. I'm guessing you didn't need any help anymore. I don't know. There is Scotty Lone Cross. Hashtag MTP. How are you doing this morning? How is Miss Karen this morning? Hopefully she is doing well as well. Thank you for asking about my hands. They are doing better. I rubbed some stuff on them. Oh, good. I forget if it was calendula or what's the other one? There's another one that you can, that's all natural that you can, that's good for arthritis. I don't know if it's calendula or it's not coriander. I'm thinking it's another C word.
Okay.
I can't remember.
Not calamine, I assume.
No, not calamine.
Okay. All right.
But we're doing all the good things in the morning because
Ooh.
it's really getting hot here. But the last few days have been cool in the morning, and it's been really nice. What did you say ooh about?
Annie said, laying in bed listening, conserving my energy for a big shopping trip tomorrow for craft items. Hubby and son are giving me some money for my birthday tomorrow. Happy early birthday.
That's right. Your birthday is tomorrow. Oh my gosh. So tonight during Homestead Hangout.
Oh, it'll be your birthday.
It'll be your birthday.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Oh my gosh. We got to bring the hats and the blowers again this week.
Gosh.
It'll be obnoxious again and for Annie.
You hated it. So
Yeah, I did.
We got to do it.
Well, you scared the bejesus out of me. You came out and I didn't see you
Did you
coming
hide
with
them?
it.
I feel like you did.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Go away for one day and you
Good morning, Dot. How are you?
hide them from me.
I hid them from you.
There's a paste with cayenne pepper. That helps.
Oh, okay. That is awesome. I did not know that.
Yeah. Cayenne helps a lot. My goodness.
It does. It helps with your heart.
Digestive.
And Andell does a shot of cayenne every morning.
Yeah, I can feel
and
it
you know what
burning my insides.
I think
Like the bad things inside, you know?
I think it helps with joints too because And Dale has a lot of hand issues, and I can relate to that. And Rebecca can too, I'm sure, because of all of the things that she knits and crochets.
And turmeric.
And turmeric, yes, turmeric is good for your joints. So what else?
Still moving stuff in.
We're in our new home, still moving stuff in.
And
we are old and it takes a while. I'm resting in bed watching y'all. No, I get that. I get the old thing. Do you ever, now, Wendy, I'm sure you can relate to this, to where you, let me see if I can bend this down a little bit. Good morning, Johnny. How are you? Where you like work all day and you've been weed eating and playing with plants and pulling weeds, not just weed eating, just pulling them from the roots, and you've been up and down and moving stuff. And when you, I was thinking about this last night when I went to bed. I laid in bed, and when I finally got completely flat, my back was like,
it cracked.
I mean, no, it just like, it really wants to be flat, but it hurts so bad, but yet it hurts good because you're laying flat finally.
Yeah.
For the day.
I can't relate. Sorry. Not yet.
Young people problems.
Not yet.
And my old people problems, but young people issues. Yeah, whatever.
You need to stretch.
I do stretch. You see me stretching.
That's it.
That's like yoga stretches.
When the junk has already hit the fan, then you're wanting to stretch.
Yeah,
you're
this
like, wow,
is true.
I'm in so much bodily pain, I could literally keel over.
It's usually post-pain when I'm stretching.
Correct.
When I can't walk right, then I lay on the floor and do some yoga stretches, and they help.
I'm not even good at stretching.
They do help some.
Yeah.
But anyways, so.
Oh, good morning, my beautiful family. I'm not able to chat to say hello to everyone. I'll be listening while at work.
Okay.
Hi,
Thank you,
Christine.
sister. Thank you also for my package. I forgot to text you yesterday. I'm sorry.
What you talking about arm workouts? You look buff.
No. Good morning, Andale. We were just talking about you with
buff,
the
mommy.
With the with the cayenne, your cayenne shots that you take first thing in the morning. Is that for your joint pains? You'll have to let me know that. Yeah, we're talking about old people problems. Megan can't relate, so she's not old yet. Oh,
old enough.
Goodness. Well, okay, so we thought we would give you like a little insight this morning into Megan is back up. She's gotten a job. So yay.
I hate when you say
so
that.
Exciting.
Well, when that's said, because it just makes me sound like I've been freeloading.
No, you're
finally Megan has a job.
She's not a freeloader. No, but Megan has to be busy. She has to have a schedule. And I wake up in the morning and she looks at me like, what are we doing right now? And I'm like, well, right now, my eyelids are trying to open wide enough so I can see you, so that I can give you the glare. Just get back till I've had a couple of cups of coffee.
I've never met someone so hippie. Wherever the farm takes me today is where I'll be going.
You have to do that. You have to go with the flow because you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Arlene says congrats.
Oh,
Megan.
Thank you.
Anyway, so yes, Andale said it does help a bunch. So a shot of cayenne first thing in the morning, and she puts it in with some water, if not, and she puts it in a little shot glass. Not that Miss Ann is a drinker, and I don't even know where she got a shot glass from, but
you can get little
she gets a little shot glass and she hoofs it or woofs it or whatever, and it helps.
Oh,
she is a workaholic, Scotty. She really is.
Nisa said, "Excuse her, Miss Ginger. She's sensitive." I don't know what about, but
the whole "you make me sound like a freeloader."
Oh yeah,
that
I'm
thing.
sensitive. Yeah.
So
yeah. Sorry.
And how is the being back at Starbucks? Can we say that?
I don't know.
Look at her. She's got a Starbucks Stanley.
That's my new one.
What the?
I've been waiting to use. Yeah.
I want a Starbucks Stanley.
You have one.
Do I?
It's pink.
That's a Starbucks Stanley?
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
Lady, are you serious?
And you
I had to go through a lot to get that for you because these are in high demand.
Yes, they are. You're right.
I've been sitting on this one for a month and a half.
And just waiting to use it.
Yeah, I've just been looking on it
for a time such as these.
What day I wanted to use it. Today
Nisi said, I want one.
No. Actually, there is one in Virginia for you. You can go pick it up at any time.
Oh, okay. That's
right
nice.
over your head. I am the master of pain.
Till Megan understands the meaning of a.
Oh gosh. Shoot, that thing's a cayenne pepper takes about an hour to kick in, but it really helps with all.
I'm telling you, after I weed eated yesterday, I used the clippers yesterday. I mean, I used my little,
no joke.
I used my little battery saw. You know, we all did like reviews on those little battery powered saws last year that were everywhere. I don't remember. Everybody got a different one.
Oops, I just heard your joints.
Yeah, that was, here's mine, and the chain is loose now. It wasn't yesterday, but this one is mine. I don't know if anybody has the Ting Mint, but I used this yesterday. There's no battery in it, sister. I'm not going to be able to see, no power.
I would be scared right now too.
Anyways, I used that yesterday.
It needs a Mrs. Gillen Farm sticker. Yes, it does. I don't even have one.
It does. I do.
Evil.
Wendy, evil, wicked.
Literally.
You want one of those little saws? Ting Mint. Tingmente. I think is how it's spelled. Yeah. If you go to them, Miss Ann, they'll probably send you one to review. Can you see it?
She was cutting down the tiniest little trees at that thing.
Yes, I was.
They look like baby Christmas trees.
But the bank over there looks good.
It does look very good.
Well, I got quite a few chigger bites the other day.
No, I didn't get any in my bag. I just got a bracelet. I got a hat that Nisi figured out that I was the only one that had. And then I realized it comes in
they fought over it. Okay, so we came back from the meetup, and
there's lots of parts to the story because
there's
it's
so
unfolded
many
over the last month and a half.
It has, yes. So I actually have 2 Mrs. Gillen Farms hats, so I can share one of
what
mine.
color?
Well, you're not getting the orange camo because that's an exclusive.
Okay, fine.
So, but the other one I believe is blue as well. I think.
Well, why would we share?
No, I can share one. You can give one to Nisi.
Oh, I was going to say,
or I can give mine to Nisi.
Share?
I can give mine to you, Nisi, so you'll have a Mrs. Gillen Farms hat. Yeah, they were about to go. It was about to come to blows.
It was, and then I saw that Dad has a brown one, and that matches a lot of my outfits.
Oh yeah, she tried to take Joey's.
I'll go put it back
because it was brown and tan, and she said, do you think Dad would know if this was missing? And I'm like, yes, because he got it at the meetup. And she said, okay, I'll go put it back.
Yeah.
I don't think he'd mind if you borrowed it. I don't know. You can ask him. He wasn't.
It would be commandeered. We bought this one until luckily. I only have a sticker I put in my water bottle. See, you got the sticker.
She got the sticker. She got the Mrs. Gillen Farm sticker.
That's fine. It's fine. But I do think it would go beautifully right here on the other side.
Yes.
And
I
then
can
people
give her one of mine.
And then people would say, "Who's Mrs. Gillen Farms?"
Yes, and then you would say, "You'll have to go check out her channel."
Yeah. Well, you don't get to know
awesome.
her. She's only my aunt.
Yes.
Also, my ears look huge. If it's not my forehead, it's my ears. Like, why don't you help me out and tell me these things? I'm like doing my bun, and I was like, wow, this looks so good. Look like a little ballerina again. Nobody told me I look like a literal elephant.
No, you do not. Your ears are so tiny.
They're not. They're huge.
They are tiny.
Somebody help me out here. Look at this one.
Yeah, her ears.
I can hear in surround sound.
They're tiny ears. My ears are bigger than hers.
Anyways.
So
I'm back at work, and we wanted to, well, the other day, I have a really long week this week. I work until next Saturday.
Every day until next Saturday. So we are lucky she is here with us today during Craft and Chat, which you can get a little closer so you can, everybody can see.
Need a Gillen Farms on the other side. Oh, well,
I
that's
have
where
a Gillen Farms hat.
This is, so I could put them next to each other on this side if you wanted me to. But seeing as how you held the Flip Flop Farmer cup over my head, I don't know if I really want to put that sticker on my cup right now. Just saying. I'll put my ants on there any day.
She's a little sassy pants today, Johnny. I'm sorry.
I am wearing my flip flops and working on my tan. So
she's working on.
I'm moving in silence. Just because I don't say it doesn't mean it's not happening. I'm moving in silence.
Said your ears look good, Megan.
At least you have ears.
Yeah, hey, and listen, they work still. Right. That's another good thing. They still work.
Yeah,
yeah, she got you.
Sometimes
she got you.
So
Jinx. So Megan doesn't want to be like the Flip Flop Farmer and be searching in the back of her vehicle for a Mountain Dew rolling around on the floor if she's thirsty, or
a critter,
a bag of chocolate covered peanuts that she's left in there.
Intentionally.
She likes to be prepared because Megan has done a great job with weight loss.
Yeah.
Over the last year.
That I was not expecting you to say that.
Well, and it's all a part of planning,
planning
and eating right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sleeping and drinking a lot of water.
And working out.
Being off grid, that has not been the easiest to nail.
No, but she is doing very well living off grid.
In terms of having things prepared. And then you have to think about too, like the heat of the day. It gets so hot.
It does. It really gets hot here.
You turn on one burner and it feels like you're on fire. You might as well put yourself in the pot.
You just opened the doors of you know where.
Yeah. So we, I think, had created a really good system.
Yes.
This past, it was like 2 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
We went. Hi, Evelyn. To the grocery store, and we just picked up a few things.
Yes.
I already had a few things here.
Yes.
But I meal prepped, and Mom helped me. How do you?
Her ears are big, and they don't work out so good.
Is in my vocabulary way too often saying.
Yes.
I think that's just because my processing speed is like that of a 2000s computer.
Yes.
So. Oh, what are you talking about? Do this amazing thing. How you did this amazing thing. You're talking about losing weight? I'm not sure. She was very I don't know. I want to say right now my head looks so big I can't focus on anything else.
Well, I'm trying to get it down a little bit. Does that make it worse?
No, just pull it down to here so that no one can see my face. No, so us ladies are hard on ourselves, but I will say there are ups and downs. There's ebbs and flows of a lot of things, and I'm trying to gather my thoughts because I haven't had enough coffee yet, and I'm still waking up.
But I think it all boils down to preparing your food ahead of time.
Well, what you eat.
A lot of that.
And when you have time to like plan that out, you have time to actually think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like if you are waiting until you're hungry to look at what you want to eat and you have nothing prepped or planned, then you're going to make irrational decisions on what you want to eat. There have been so many days.
Gonna grab those M&Ms.
No, case in point.
That are left
the
over.
First day back at work. I had chicken. I knew I had chicken. Niecy's like, oh my God, here we go. Sliced deli chicken that I was going to put on specific bread, and I was going to make a sandwich as soon as I got home. But when I got off work, I was like craving Taco Bell. I will have like this, I don't know, something about being in the car and like having to drive more than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I need a taco. Like someone just hand me.
You're moving the table.
Bean burrito me right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Slap her there. Anyway, so
sometimes you just need a Taco Bell fix.
I didn't stop. I came right home. I didn't. She said, wow, let it go. I didn't get a taco. None of it. So I get home. I take off, whatever I need to take off my purse, my keys, put it down. I go in there to get chicken and I got nothing. Okay. I'm like, where's my chicken? So I called Niecy. I'm like, did you take my chicken? And she was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, the deli meat. Did you take it? Oh, I must have. Okay. Talk to you later. Hung up the phone. Now I'm mad. Okay. So that was straw number one. I come in here and I'm like, okay, I guess I'll just have turkey. Fine. Let me get my bread and start toasting it. I look around and I'm like, where's my bread? I look at Mom and I said, "What happened to my bread?" She was like, "I threw it away."
No, I didn't throw it away.
Okay,
You
so
don't throw
Daisy ate it.
You
Daisy
give all
ate.
of your all your.
Let me show you this loaf of bread, okay? Because I purchased another one for demonstration purposes only.
She bought this loaf of bread. We're gonna learn how to make this loaf of bread.
This is rye bread. They call it mountain rye bread because we live in the mountains. How cute is that? But this is rye bread, and Mom taught me a really good way to like toast it up, and I really like it, even though I try to limit carbs, but this hasn't been helping. But anyway, so all I wanted was a sandwich, Johnny. All I wanted was a sandwich. And I am not a sandwich girl, and yet I have been. And I get here, and she's like, "Oh, that bread that was sitting over there? Oh, I gave that to Daisy for dinner." Okay, I'm so glad Daisy ate well because now I got no chicken. I got no bread. What am I supposed to do? I could have stopped for Taco Bell. Can we remember the beginning of this story?
Now she's gonna eat chips.
I was so angry.
Hey, Mary's Fiber Creations. Thank you very much. I just want to say thank you. I know you're probably going to either get an email or something like that. Nisi got her package.
Yes, she did.
For her next duty station off of her wish list that you had fulfilled. So thank you very much. And Glenda, I haven't seen Glenda in here, but and we haven't checked the P.O. box in a couple of days.
No, we probably will, but and Nisi is gone, so we will
not. She's
she is
not gone
in Virginia right now, so I will see her in about 3 weeks. And when I go up there, I'll take our first load of stuff. So I do really appreciate you guys. But anyways, we meal prepped. And so after the whole sandwich debacle, I was like, I need to have food ready because clearly if it's not spoken for, it's getting fed to the pigs or someone's going to come and take your chicken. Okay. So, and that's literally all I wanted was a chicken sandwich.
Listen, I had to condition Johnny and Christine when we were there.
Not yet, Johnny. We are going to check the P.O. box today. That is on our list of to-dos.
Yes. We have some errands to run.
Yeah.
And so, and we got a video to do because I put out a video in like 2 weeks. And I'm sorry, guys, that we've just been super busy with just trying to, that's I feel so lame when I say that.
That is lame. We are trying to nail down a routine having other bodies in this home right now, which is harder than what it sounds like at face value. And I know that most people can relate to that.
Yesterday, I should have grabbed the camera when I did that hill. Because I'm telling you, it looked like crazy. There was weeds everywhere and briars and all this little tiny pine trees and bigger pine trees and scrub trees. And I took it all out. It is beautiful right now. It's nice and open. So it looks awesome. Yeah, and Wendy, I should have grabbed the camera and film that, but I did not.
Wendy, I think you deserve a latte as well. And yes, that's all I took from that entire paragraph. Was you owe it to yourself. So when I meal prepped, I had a couple of things here already. We went to the grocery store. I got a couple extra things. So
I always have rice.
Yes. And the kitchen was chaos for maybe about 20 minutes.
And I
don't really feel like it was chaos. I actually felt like it was pretty organized.
Yeah. It wasn't that bad.
Anyways, and you wonder why your weed eater is broken.
I didn't weed eat the trees, honey. I used my little saw.
What is weather in Belgium most of the year? Cold. I think it's from what I understand, it's cloudy, gloomy, rainy, and cold. So like Seattle.
Yeah, that's
crazy. Most of the year. So, so it'll be icky. But when I meal prepped, I had in mind that I wanted to do a little bit of variety. I don't mind eating the same thing every single day. It doesn't bother me like it does most people.
Yeah.
Nisi. But I don't mind it. But I thought I would spice it up a little bit. So
you gave yourself 3 choices.
I did. I made salads.
Now keep in mind, she has to work every day from now until next Saturday.
Yes. So, but I wanted to, like, if I got off late, to be able to come home and have to eat what I actually want to eat and know what I am looking forward to in the fridge. You know when you save yourself something and you're like, I've been harboring this in the fridge.
Like that little piece of deer steak that you find in the back of the fridge, Johnny, and then you go back there and it's not there. You knew you hid it back there. Guess what?
I don't know, Ginger. Is it like the 5 pieces of chips that you leave in the bottom of a Lay's bag. You
No,
fold
no,
it
no.
over to look like
This
it
is
has
a-
a lot more.
This is a whole different story.
Oh, okay,
This is a
okay,
whole
okay,
different
okay.
story.
All right.
But you come home only to find out that Christine has
Aw.
cleaned out the whole entire
That is so sweet,
refrigerator,
Tori.
and everything went out to the pigs.
Not the deer steak, because you
Including
have
the
it in
deer
your
steak.
head that you're like, okay, I know what's in there right now,
Mhm.
and I know what's good and not good. So anyways, I made salads with all spinach, which are really good
is
low
so-
calorie leafy greens. I
so
saw.
sweet.
What should I put?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was gonna put it up in case Niecy didn't see it.
So if you want to use, like, if you have spinach in your garden, or if you just like are trying to have a little bit more fibrous, low calorie green as a base of a salad, spinach is the best option. It has like a
Mhm.
lower water content to it too than most
I'm
do.
gonna get a prop.
So it would probably be better in terms of like not having you bloat and making you like clean you out. So I did spinach with black beans and corn, and
Yum.
some andouille sausage on the side to put on top. That's like chipotle something, and then a chipotle dressing. So it's a little spicy.
Yeah.
But in case I had a high carb breakfast or a high carb lunch, and then I wanted a low carb salad or a dinner and do like no carbs with the salad. Anyways, so
Hey Dee's Garden Adventures.
we did that one.
That's Deanna. Hello, Tiffany. I'm sorry I missed you coming in. Hello. Yeah. So she. So delight is what it is.
I
So
like to eat what I want as well. Yeah, I know. Well,
and then you did some breakfast.
no,
ones.
deflection. I know. Yeah, your son gets it from somewhere. So then we did salad, and Mom did help me a lot. So then I did turkey meatballs, which you can do regular meatballs, but I tried to tell Mom, like, if I don't know what it is, I'm just not used to eating a lot of pork. If I have a lot of pork, it makes me feel icky. I don't know why, but I can do like half pork, half turkey sausage, or whatever. Like I can
Yes.
mix it up and do half and half, and it's okay. But if it's all pork all the time, it's not great. So I did turkey meatballs with a sweet potato and broccoli from the garden, which we've
Mhm.
gotten a ton of.
Yes.
And then I did that as like one giant sheet pan,
Mhm.
and I just laid everything out on the sheet pan and cooked it all at the same time. That's why I like easy, like in the oven, done in an hour.
Yes. And
one-pan
I know
meals.
there was a collab out there last year, and I feel like it was done by, I feel like Angela, the Inquisitive Farm Wife, did it, or maybe she was just a part of it, and I watched her do a couple of, but she did sheet pan meals.
Yeah.
And then you can make them all, and you can, what she did, so you did 3 choices of dinner.
Well, I haven't done the last. I haven't said the last
sorry.
dinner. No, the last
Sorry.
one is just Italian sausage. So I did do kind of a lot of sausage, but
Yeah.
I did Italian sausage with cilantro, lime, rice, and Mom made Brussels sprouts.
Yes.
So everything has, except the salad, a meat, a protein, a carb, and a green.
Yes.
Which
So,
makes
and
me
it was
feel
either out of the
well
garden,
balanced.
something we raised, or something that you bought inexpensively. Like the Brussels sprouts were like less than $3 for a bag,
Yeah,
and that actually went around
4 meals.
4 meals.
Yeah.
So that was aside for 4 meals. So she ended up making those 3 choices for like to take for lunch, or then when she gets home to go ahead and have something, because once she gets back here, again, people, it's hot. Okay.
Hey, AR Patriot.
Hey,
Sorry, I
you
messed that up.
don't want to stand in front of the stove. You know, none of us really want to stand in front of the stove. You know, at 5 o'clock in the evening, it's the worst time. That's why the best time in the summer is to have your bigger meal in the midday,
Mhm.
and then have a lighter meal like a sandwich or something at night.
Yeah, like a sandwich
But prepping all that food ahead of
with
time.
bread. That you
Shut
love.
up about the bread already. Jeez, I'm
Prepping
not-
it ahead of time helps to not be sweating cooking in this kitchen, and also if you're tired from work, which I haven't had super long shifts every day.
Painting
I've
on
had
the Ridge. Good morning. That's a new one. Good
Like-
morning to you.
4-hour shifts every couple days, but it's been easy too, and Mom knows that they're there for her too.
Yes.
But I made breakfast ones too, so I have 3 protein pancakes with 2 hard-boiled eggs that I did make myself,
From the
and
chickens.
2
Fresh-
turkey sausage patties in each one. So I made
Yes.
4 of those as well.
So she had 4 breakfasts, but total, how many preps did you?
I think I had 16 to
You
20
had 16
little
16
containers.
dinners.
containers.
Yeah,
Sorry, that's my
16
breakfast.
16 dinners
Mhm.
and 4 breakfasts.
Breakfasts.
So I mean, and it took her literally, it did not take her hardly any time at all. That was the great thing.
I think she was a little shocked, honestly.
Yeah,
I think
because
she's
she
known
was
meal
like
preps.
wham, 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 and that was it.
What
And
was that?
so wham, 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 wham,
Wham,
wham,
wham,
wham. So that was it. So then when she takes her lunch to
Hey,
work,
grape jams.
if she's, got herself on a, strict schedule and eats that, she tends to be like me sometimes and says either forgets to eat or she works for 4.5 hours and somebody says, oh wait, you want to take a 10? And she's like, why? I get off in 30 minutes. Never mind.
Literally, it's fine. That was my issue too. Like, I know that and Dale
You
had
have to
asked.
eat.
Yeah, and Dale had asked like what helped. So before, when I was working all the time, I mean, and I'm picking up quite a bit right now too, just because I'm trying
But
to
we're
get back
like,
in the swing
when
of
she
things.
was a manager, she was working like 70, 80 hours a week.
Yeah, and
I mean, they work you to death.
I did not. Well, it's your boundaries too, and I would just say yes to everything too.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's a little bit of both. But either way, I
Boundaries
would
down.
literally just like plow through the entire day and not eat the entire day and just keep drinking coffee and keep drinking coffee. And in some ways, like that helped to suppress my appetite in some ways.
Yeah.
But or I would eat like pick up a bag of chips because it was quick and I had it there in the lobby, right? Like, and I would eat that for a snack or something, and then I wouldn't eat for the rest of the day. And I thought, I'm not even eating that much. Like, what is happening? And that's the point. Like, the thing that you're thinking about that you're like, but I'm not even doing this is
Yeah.
the reason why it is the way it is. It slowed my metabolism down so much that I would get full eating something super small. And now, like, I'll eat, and she's like, did you eat enough? Are you okay?
I'm like, how are you going to eat all that? Oh, trust me, Mom, I'll do it. Well, plus then too, when you're hungry or when you do that all day, your body feeds off muscle, not off the fat first. It feeds off the muscle first.
Yeah.
So you're creating more fat and it's eating all your muscle. So to sustain itself, your body is. So
I will just say I grew up with, sorry, I'm going to just put this out here, 2 very skinny parents. And that didn't come naturally to me personally. I never felt like it did. I've always been thicker around the hips. And I say thicker. I mean, like in my prime. I was like a 4'6", size 4 or 6. But it's always sat right at my hips. And so when I gained a lot of weight, I gained it in my face and I gained it in my thighs.
Buttocks.
And yeah, in my buttocks. So it's been a lot to try to like manage that part of it. But I, without getting too much in detail, there were other things bad habits that I had picked up that I have dropped since. And they were out of control. So I would say eating right, being on a regular schedule. So those
making
are like
sure
the 2
you have
things.
healthy snacks when you do have a little craving for something. Make sure you have a little bit of healthy snacks. Mountain Grandma has a collab going on right now called Healthy Snacks 24. You should actually go check out a lot of those snacks. There's some really good ones in there. And some of them actually, Andale just did hers.
Yeah, Andale, I would say
yesterday. And
sure.
she did a trail mix, and
ooh, yummy.
That's where the M&Ms came in.
Well, and that's the other thing, like we talk about a lot, is that I think that she's like, oh, okay, you don't have to be so extreme. I think it needs to be specific to the person, because I don't hold back. If I want something, I'm like, girl, besides the Taco Bell, right? Like I have limitations, but if she's like, well, I'm going to have a piece of chocolate cake for dinner, I'm not going to let her sit in front of me and me stare at her and drool over this cake, because I'm withholding myself from doing that. I have conditioned myself to be really regimen that I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, I have it built into my diet that I can have a piece of cake if I want to.
Yeah.
But it's not like every day I'm having cosmic brownies for every single meal. Sorry, Dad.
Yeah, Joey could literally eat 20 cosmic brownies in a day and he won't even gain an ounce. So
No.
I love being a guy. Looking in the mirror is a different experience for guys. It
Yeah,
is.
it is.
It is. But that's nonetheless, you still have to stay healthy. And having correct snacks to sustain you while you're out there in the pasture. You may get stuck in the mud. You may get stuck. I mean, of course, I know you got all the tractors in the world to get yourself out, but you know, you never know. Kind of like when you went out there in the wintertime, Johnny, and you were waiting for the calf to be born. You were planning on staying out there. You had packed a lunch. You should probably do that so you could snack in the morning. And it actually does make you more hungry, which, like Megan said, speeds up your metabolism. But it's the fact that there is like junk readily available in your cabinets, which, yes, I have some junk. I mean, I have some Lay's potato chips. I'm not even going to lie.
And we eat on them all the time.
I love barbecue Lay's potato chips. I like the Dots pretzels. I don't think they're quite as bad for you.
Those are the high fat foods that, like McDonald's and things like that, they have a lot of fat and a lot of carbs. It doesn't necessarily mean that fats or carbs are bad, but they have so much of them that they are so dense and they weigh your stomach down. That's why you feel fuller for longer, and that does slow down your metabolism. You don't want to feel full for 8-9 hours. You want to feel full for 3 to 4, maybe even 5 hours at a time.
So that way your body can get it going again.
I'm glad you pinned this one too, because I wanted
to
talk about this.
Her husband is like 6'4",
Mhm.
Wendy. I mean, he is like tall. I mean, there's like 2 heads difference between them. So he's tall and he's very thin.
Well, I just think body image, like when I gained a lot of weight, it didn't necessarily, and I think Nisi was
stop messing with your face.
Well,
they
my
can't
nose
hear
is
you.
Runny. Nisi was very helpful in this. She never really told me oh my God, you look horrible, or oh, you really need to change this. She did suggest some things at times, and at that time, I didn't want to hear it because I had other things going on, and I was just whatever. But I think that my image of what I wanted to look like has changed a lot over that time. And what healthy looks like to me has changed so much, because you think it's skinny and it doesn't necessarily need to be that for everybody. It isn't that for me anymore. I think for me, when I see that I have a huge quad muscle, I'm like, oh yeah, she's healthy. She looks good. That makes me happy when I see that I'm buff. Okay?
She is.
I got a big muscle.
She's starting to get that Hulk thing back here. And I
now
said,
that
stop
I don't
that.
want, but
stop. Don't do that.
But these, I want these guns, because anytime Mom's like, you want to lift something? I'm like, I don't need Joe. I can do this myself. I got you, girl. And that makes me happy, but that needs to come with the idea that you're okay with not being skinny, stick thin. And that I don't think I'll ever be. If I do, I will have to really commit to a super unhealthy diet. And that was something I told myself when I started, that I did not ever want to deprive myself of things that I loved. If I wanted it, I will have it, because that is where you will really start to intertwine mental health and how you think about food and your relationship with food. And mine, I have a very addictive personality. So when I start to get addicted to something, I will stay on it, and nothing can deter me from that.
Mayfield cookies and cream ice cream.
Yeah.
It's
well, Mayfield anything right now is
makes me
bad.
Yeah. And I think, to your point, everything that you did was, a lot of things were because you felt sluggish.
Mm-hmm.
Your body didn't feel as functional
Addiction
as it
to
could.
Flip-flops. I do have one of those. Mm-hmm.
She does. She has a few pairs of flip-flops, Ronnie.
Mm-hmm.
You were sluggish, irritable. All of those things are, I mean, not to go to the stupid movie. What was that movie?
The McDonald's one?
No, the one with, oh gosh. Legally Blonde,
Yeah, chips are
where
a
she
staple.
said endorphins make you, when you exercise,
Uh-huh.
when you exercise, it creates endorphins make you happy, and happy people don't kill people. That was a quote from the movie.
Yeah.
So just in case you didn't
Aw.
know.
Thank you. Lucy.
But yeah, I mean, I think the
No, it's
sluggish,
true. Yeah.
that you feel like a slug, you can't move. You have to get that food incorporated in there. I can do that. Megan has watched me and her dad before just go until like 1 o'clock and not eat a single thing all day. Just drink coffee, go out there, work in the yard. And I've come to realize in my older age that is actually not a good thing for your body, because then you're not helping it at all, and you don't really feel good when you're working. You're just kind of plowing through it. So you could plow through it a little bit better if you had food in your system and you were but Joey is so good about drinking water. I am not as good as he is. I mean, he could literally drown. When they say your body is like 80% water,
I'm pretty sure I watched him take a water bottle to his mouth and just like crush it, and like everything was gone, and I was like, wow, that was a trick. How'd you do that? Yeah,
he drinks a lot of water, and he does it year round. It's not just summertime. He drinks water constantly all the time.
Yeah,
so
it's really good.
I miss mashed potatoes and pasta. And you know what, I went on the Whole30 diet for a while, a couple of years ago, because again, much like Megan, I didn't like the way I was feeling when I was getting home from work. I was useless. I didn't eat. I wasn't eating right. I was eating crap all day long and drinking coffee and sweet tea to try to just sustain myself from the time I woke up to the time I went to bed. And so I went on the Whole30, and you have to cut out pastas, and you use a lot of other things. Like one of the things that we haven't done yet, but we're going to do, is
avocado.
Take sweet potatoes and shred them on your cheese, or grate them on your cheese grater. Shred them. Don't grate them, because that would be like little tiny pieces everywhere. And use them in your salads. It's very filling. It almost looks like a carrot, so you could fool some people and you cannot taste the difference. You really can't. It doesn't have a strong sweet potato taste, and it's really good for you. I should, but somehow my water bottle is full of Mountain Dew. I know how that is, because you went to the store and you grabbed the green bottle instead of the clear one. That's how that happened.
Yeah, the sweet potato thing is something I forgot about too when you mentioned it last time. But on that note, I wanted to try something last night. Just speaking of carbs and stuff,
she did.
I was gosh,
and protein.
Yeah, and protein intake.
The amount of protein.
I was like, okay, I want to try this, and she was like, what? And I was like, I want to make a flatbread out of cottage cheese, and she was like, ew, you're nasty. So you take an egg white, and I almost bought egg whites from the store, but everyone will be so proud of me that I just did the little shifty shift thing and got my own egg whites from an egg. Anyways, so you take one egg white. One egg white. You can separate the yolk, do whatever you want with it, and then you take half a cup to 3/4 cup of cottage cheese, and I did 3/4 cup. Blend that. What did we put that in? A food processor, but like
it's just like a little food processor, almost like a bullet.
Okay, you blend it, and I've seen some of them come out very liquidy, but ours came out looking like ice cream.
It had a little bit of chunks in it still, so she probably could have blended it a little bit more, but
I did you can season it however you want. Someone put minced garlic in it. I think that would be good too. But I did Italian, of course, and then spread it across a baking pan with parchment paper on it at 350 for like 35-40 minutes.
Yeah.
And you want to make sure, I didn't do this, make sure everything's one solid layer so that things don't
trying to help her, but she's
indifferently.
She's in a hurry. She always gets in a hurry.
So it comes out looking like a pizza flatbread.
I wish she would have taken a picture of it before she consumed it, before we consumed it, because I ate some little corners of it. You know what, guys? It was really good. The only thing.
Okay.
What happened?
He's at the doctor's office.
Oh,
I just said, sorry, I'm not here. I'm at the doctor's office.
Okay. Are you getting your infusion? today. My brother,
The only thing, sorry, say it again. The only thing that you
was that you had taken a picture of it because it was really good. It
Yeah.
was really good. And all it was cottage cheese. And whatever you don't taste the cottage cheese. And I'm assuming it just takes on whatever flavor you put in it, because all I tasted was the Italian
Ralph.
spice. Hey, Ralph. I'm trying to work on my water intake. I can't stand plain water, so I use the Crystal Light and Mio to flavor it. Oh, you should get those. Where are those little things?
I'm gonna grab them.
Okay.
They're in the other, but I don't love those because they have such a sweet flavor. Because it still makes me messes with my head, makes me think I'm drinking something sugary, and I don't love sweet things. I drink black coffee and water. But I got these, and they're 0 sugar, and they're just crystallized lime, and then there's a lemon one too, but I don't have one right here. And that's all it is. 0 sugar, 0 calories, just a crystallized lime wedge. In one packet is 1 lime wedge. And so I put these in my water, and it makes it really good. Like really, really, really good. But the flatbread turned out so good. All I did was, after that, spread a light layer of mayonnaise. I used some chicken deli meat that I had to replenish. And then I put some purple onions and broccoli leaves. We used the broccoli leaves as lettuce, and they were really good. And then I just folded it over and ate it like it was a wrap.
Yeah.
Or like
it looked really good, guys.
It was good.
Really good. And tell them the protein.
There's 35 grams of protein in just the flatbread itself, and then I added chicken into it. So I would say I added a lot of chicken. I think like 4 slices, which is a lot. So I would guesstimate it's probably around 45-50 grams of protein for the whole wrap that I made. But you can make it with whatever.
Amazing.
The wrap, I watched someone do spinach and sun-dried tomatoes in the wrap, and it looked really good.
Yeah.
So you can make it how you would make any other wrap. I probably would cook it. The time I gave 35 to 40, I think, was less than what I did. Yeah. Because mine was a little crunchy. So I just made it like 3 layered pieces of toast.
Yeah. Like a tri-layered pocket.
Yeah. It was so good.
But it was really good. And that's one of the ways you can stay away from breads. And if you want a healthier option, we were very curious last night in looking up homemade bread versus store-bought bread.
Yeah.
And because of staying away from the carbs and the sugars and this and that. And we all know, hey, Heather, I did say hello to Brampton Gardner, but I don't know if she saw me. But your homemade breads are going to be, you can control the sugar in those. They're going to be so much healthier for you. So, completely cutting out bread sometimes is kind of hard. If you try to make bread at home, it would be so much better for you.
Pickle juice is actually really good for you and muscle recovery.
Love bread. And I am a bread lover. I never met a bread I didn't like, okay? Yeah. Except for maybe, what is the really, really dark one? Pumpernickel.
Oh, I love pumpernickel bread.
Yeah, I don't care for pumpernickel. Wow. That's the only bread I'm not real crazy about.
So I love
Jason
cauliflower.
Keto does a lot of videos with egg and
I love cauliflower substituted as
waffles
dough.
As a bread.
It is really good. And I also have tried buffalo cauliflower as like a buffalo chicken substitute. But it has to be done right because otherwise because cauliflower is such a water dense vegetable, it can soak up like all of the oil and water and everything you use to cook it. So air frying it is probably the best to get that crunch that you would get with chicken and make it that like chicken texture. One thing I tried as like a meat substitute, and I try not to substitute meat anymore because the protein is actually really good for you.
Yes.
Is jackfruit. It is so gross. I am so sorry. People use it as pulled pork. I think it tastes like seaweed. Like the texture is like seaweed. If you've ever had like a seaweed salad, which I love, you don't expect what you would imagine pulled pork to taste like seaweed. So I wouldn't recommend jackfruit unless you cook it right as well.
Lots of good ideas in here.
Johnny, I
Um,
used lettuce as bread for hamburgers. I'm so proud of you. What? That sounds
That
so
is
good.
awesome. I made focaccia bread last night and put regular tomatoes and mushrooms on it. Oh my gosh, that sounds so
yummy.
good, Teresa.
I almost got mushrooms today to make you something.
Rochelle
with
loves. She loves
Me too.
pumpernickel. I don't care for it. I don't know. Johnny said, believe it or not, I was thin from 2011 to 2019 due to low carb. There you go. Wraps using lettuce leaf. Well, funny you should mention that, because the broccoli leaves from your broccoli that's growing, even if you don't grow a head of broccoli, which sometimes that happens, it could be weather conditions, it could be timing of going from spring into summer, because it's very finicky. This is the first year, I'm going to be just straight up and honest, guys, this is the first year I have had success with broccoli. And boy, have we ever. I feel like it's Megan. Yeah. Megan's here, and the broccoli said, though. Oh, she loves broccoli. We're going to make sure we bloom. But the bigger leaves you can use as a wrap. So the bigger broccoli leaves, do not throw those away. You can use them as a wrap. You can dice them up and make greens out of them, which we didn't do the dicing and the making greens. We did use the smaller ones in salads, and we also used the larger ones as a wrap. But this is Swiss chard.
Oh, that's awesome.
I picked us a bouquet of Swiss chard this morning.
This is also really good in salad.
Look at how big these leaves are. You could make a wrap out of these as well.
Well, and
Swiss chard
thinking
and
like
kale.
Big wraps.
Yeah.
Even if you wanted to make little, sorry, I'm going to take it out of the water.
It's okay.
Tacos. You could just,
there you go.
Like tonight, if we wanted to experiment with it, you can literally just fit a little bit of some ground, whatever you want. Chicken, pork. We're going to do pork and chicken tonight. So you can do that with a little bit of cheese. You don't even have to do lettuce because it's in there. Yeah. And sour cream right on top. And then you could have like 3 or 4 tacos depending on how many these are. And
hey, the Bud Files.
You don't feel as bad about it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but I like my flour tortillas.
I like my low carb tortillas too. So I have made homemade hummus before, and it is really good.
It is.
I think I actually made it with you.
Yes.
Yeah, and yours turned out. I think I liked yours better than store-bought.
It was very good. Yeah.
Yeah.
She said, I rarely eat bread. Oh, gosh. I love bread. It's my downfall.
The other thing that
broccoli leaves is it is very yummy, isn't it? And you know what? All these years of not getting a stalk and getting all those leaves, I just picked the plant up and threw it away.
And you could have
I could have been using it for salads, make greens out of it, make, anything. Use it for wraps. Like I said, it's just ridiculous, the thing. And you could also use it like you use cabbage leaves when you like blanch them and you make cabbage rolls. Use your broccoli rolls for that. So make broccoli rolls instead of cabbage rolls.
They have like a mild broccoli flavor. Like it's not as potent as broccoli if you're not a huge fan. Like it's just like a blend of lettuce and broccoli. Like
Megan was completely blown away when she made her sandwich yesterday and used some of the baby leaves that I had picked yesterday morning.
Yeah.
She was like, oh my gosh, this is so good. It's got the lettuce and, it feels like lettuce, and that's what you want, the greens. But then it also has a mild broccoli flavor and she loves broccoli. She could eat broccoli 24/7. So
I like
that's a good thing.
Yeah. And the other thing I started.
Oh, Jan, no.
What? Oh, no, I know. That's
What? Do you still have some?
Our broccoli
looks great itself, but the leaves have holes in them. Well, some of the ones closer to the front, to the inside, closer to the heads, usually some of the crickets and stuff will get those outer leaves. And I have that too. I have that in my Swiss chard. I have it in the kale.
And some of the collard greens too.
Yes. Yeah. And some of the collards that were growing, all of that. They have some.
This is your reminder to check on your broccoli, Wendy.
Yes.
And this is your reminder, Johnny, to go check your P.O. box.
Yes. He said earlier. We're going to check our P.O. box today too. So
the other thing that I have been doing that I feel like has been helping me, and I'm mission.
So sorry, gosh.
My mission is to make Mom a believer as well. I've been taking magnesium And that has been super helpful for me as well. If anybody knows anything about like vitamins and supplements, the natural stuff is like really good too, like turmeric. We were talking about ginger. They have really good lemon healing properties. What did we say? Cayenne pepper.
Yes.
I used to make shots with those as well. Same thing.
Yeah.
And you can just get little like shot bottles. But magnesium has been helping. And the more you stress, the more you burn those micronutrients and supplements that you're not getting in, or vitamins rather. So you have to supplement them somehow, either eating them or taking a vitamin of some sort.
What was the thing that you said you were tasting or smelling when you left the gym? And
that's what I was going to say too.
Okay,
I've been very like dehydrated. I haven't been drinking enough water. I am not great at it either. It is one of those things I have to remind myself to do. So when I was leaving the gym, if I hadn't drank enough water, I was super confused because I had like this burning sensation in my nose, and I would smell what smelled like metal or like ammonia, something like that. And so I was like, this is so weird. It's been happening to me for probably about a year and a half, not constantly, and it's not consistent at all. But it happens, and I didn't put it together in my head as to why it was happening. But I was like, that's so weird. So I Googled it. I was like, why is this happening to me? And it's
Google
because
everything.
You are dehydrated. But the other thing is, we're on carb subject, is that if you're not eating enough carbs, but you're eating a high protein diet, which I am eating a high protein diet and not always a lot of carbs, your body is pulling from the protein to help energize the rest of, to get through a workout or to get through yard work or whatever it is that you're doing. Your body's using the energy from protein versus carbs. So carbs are not always bad, depending on what kind of activity level you're at and what you're doing throughout the day. They can be very good for you in terms of burning energy. And so I burn probably, I've been doing about 13 to 14,000 steps a day. But before 9 a.m., I usually am burning about 500 to 600 calories. By the time I go to bed, I've burned probably 2,200 calories in a day.
Yeah, not me.
You have, I mean, believe it or not, you probably do. But that, like, that smell, I don't know if anybody else has felt that burning in their nose or that smell. You're either dehydrated or you're not getting enough carbs for the amount of energy that your body is burning. So those two things are something to think about. Magnesium is really good for sleeping and for mental health as well. I've taken medication for...
Lauren had just asked, how is magnesium helping you?
Yeah, I've taken medication for both depression and for anxiety, and I did not like the effects that they had on me at all. I'm not a big medicine taker. I haven't been since I was a kid. She's always taught me to be as homeopathic. Even back in the day when we knew nothing about it, I felt like she was really trying to, like, echinacea. She would make me take echinacea when I was sick instead of
drink echinacea tea.
Yeah.
Megan was actually, she would have reactions to not amoxicillin, Augmentin. Augmentin was horrible. I mean, for her, and usually she would have like, if she would have strep throat or something like that, they would want to always put her on Augmentin because it's so strong. Amoxicillin, she could take a little bit better, but still she, it got to where she had lots of ear infections. So we tried to do so many things. And then when she, would just feel sick or something, we tried to do so many things that we had to shift because she had so many reactions to things and they weren't working. So that's when you learn to figure things out that, you can get from herbs and vitamins and things
foods,
that you can, foods that you eat.
They said too much magnesium is not good for you. So that's also important, is making sure that you understand before you start taking a supplement, how much is a healthy amount milligram wise. And if you're eating heavy in a certain, not heavy, but if you are eating certain foods, understanding what micronutrients and vitamins those foods contain too. So like magnesium, if you don't want to take a supplement, or if you're taking 500 milligrams a day is the cap, like absolute max. Like you should not be taking anything more than that from what I understand. And I believe what I read was that sweet potatoes have magnesium in them too.
Oh,
so if you're eating a lot of sweet potatoes and taking magnesium, which the one I have right now is almost 500 milligrams.
Yeah.
I can't do both because you will start to have side effects because of that. But same thing, like I take creatine too. Creatine's really good for focus, mental health. And people always think like creatine's going to make you nasty buff, and that's not it. It's not
Nasty
like
buff.
it's not like a bad thing to take. A lot of people who don't even work out take creatine for it. Really helps with brain function and focus.
Hey, Bowen. So you're not going to turn into Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No, I'm not.
Oh, the
No.
Terminator.
But I usually take, so my supplements are collagen, multivitamin, probiotic, because my stomach. So creatine, and then I take magnesium.
Hey,
That's the last
magnesium.
one. So yeah. Because I'm not always sure that I'll have all of those things on my plate, and all of that. I think that honestly, that's why my skin has been looking so supple too, because I haven't been doing skincare.
Yeah.
Is the collagen. I just started taking that like a week and a half ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I actually really like it. So
Nice.
I mean, hey,
Well, good.
there we are.
Does anybody have any questions for our resident? No.
Mm-mm.
She is not a doctor. She's not an expert. She's just telling you
No.
what is working for her. So make sure and do your own research
Yeah.
on those things. But mainly, I think that the thing that we wanted to get across, what'd she say? Response.
Just that you can't overdose on magnesium oil. It's not possible because your body will excrete any excess magnesium.
Oh, that's good
However,
to
if
know.
you suffer from severe kidney function disorders, like cardiac conduction disorders such as AV block, or I don't know how to say that, a rare muscle disease, it's advisable to consult a doctor before. So
Yes,
if you
yes.
use the spray, yeah, you don't have to worry. Okay.
Wow.
I love it.
She's dropping a
Broken
lot.
up. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Rochelle. But yeah, I think that the main thing, the biggest thing that we wanted to get across today is the fact that everybody, if you can plan out meals
Yeah.
and plan out snacks and snacking smartly, rather than just waiting until
Thank
you're,
you, Andrew.
so hungry and then you open the cabinet. What are you going to grab? Yeah, the first thing that's going to feed your face and hit your stomach. It's going to be the chips. It's going to be the, Joey, sorry, I'm coming for you, honey. The cosmic brownies. If you have those little snack bags, and again, I encourage you to go check out, Megan and I did a collab earlier in the year, in February, March.
Yeah.
Home is where the health is. Yeah, we
I
did
think it was
that.
March.
A lot of healthy snack ideas there. And right now, Mountain Grandma again has a collab going on called #HealthySnacks24. And there are a lot of great healthy snacks in there, ideas of things that you can make ahead, and you can make a week's worth. And what I suggest is just, if you build a grocery list, you can double, like the cottage cheese that she bought. She's using part of it to make this protein flatbread. The other part she's using to eat with
Breakfast. Yeah.
for breakfast with the toast.
If I don't work,
whatever,
then I can do something a little bit
Yeah.
more taxing that's not prepped. And
Yeah.
then, what was I going to say? Oh, you weren't watching the other day when I was meal prepping
Mhm.
at this part, but I took one bell
Hey,
pepper,
Jennifer.
one green bell pepper, and half
Uh-huh.
of a cucumber, and I made 4 snack bags out of it. All I did was slice bell peppers and a couple slices of cucumbers in each one, and I grabbed it for a snack yesterday on the way home.
It's so simple, and you don't need a dip. Hey, Blessed to Crochet, how are you?
Yeah, I didn't use it.
Thank you for coming in. You don't need a dip, like, ranch dip or anything. If you have a very favorite vegetable that you will snack on raw, just dice up some of those in a bag. Throw a little, not more than your palm full of almonds in there, or walnuts. Give yourself a little crunch and, a little bit of veggie. But if you plan those snacks out, like when I make those granola bars,
So good.
it makes 12.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got almost 2 weeks worth of either an afternoon snack, or it can be a quick breakfast in the morning. And again, then I'm not heating up the kitchen and all of that stuff.
And she's going to
So-
commit to eating more yogurt again, because 2 weeks ago
I
she was
am.
eating so much yogurt.
I was.
It was
and
so
I
good
was
for
doing,
you.
and I was doing so good. I was really doing good with it. I love yogurt because I made my homemade granola. I love yogurt with homemade granola. I don't like store-bought granola anymore, and it's just because I love the way it tastes when I can make it with everything I like in it. And not, well, I don't really care so much for that, but you're looking at the ingredients on the bag in the store and you're thinking, well, I kind of like this. Well, I want this in it, and you'd like to combine those two bags and take some of the stuff out. So the fact that you can make it at home and it is so easy to make. Now I don't even buy the store-bought granola anymore, but the yogurt, granola, and either blueberries are my favorite to have with it, or pineapple. I love pineapple. Using some of the pineapple. And I know not a lot of people are pineapple fans. Are there some in here that are?
Yeah.
Raw okra is yum. I have heard Christine say that too, Dee. That she will go out. I think it was Christine said that she will go out and eat some of the little ones, the young ones, just raw. She loves the flavor of them.
Wow.
And I think I could get behind that.
Chive butter.
I'm not a huge. Yeah, I had told her. Are you talking about Andale?
Yeah.
Yes. She was saying what to do with her chives the other day, and I said, there's a roll of chive butter in there. I've already made it. It's in the freezer.
Yummy.
You
can use that for your bread.
Yes, it's delicious too. Anyway, so that was kind of. Wow. Sometimes the word. Maybe I need to start taking
magnesium.
What's the brain thing you were taking? Creatine. Maybe I need to start taking that. I am so glad. Oh, she did make it this morning. Oh, Ann, that's so exciting. I'm so glad you did.
Yummy.
I can't wait to. You're very welcome. You're very welcome, Ann. Yum, I love homemade low sugar jam and jelly. Yes, and of course, that's
okay. Did you
so
wait?
Much better
is that
for you.
Pizza out of chicken? Is that what you said? Because if that's what you're saying, you can make pizza out of chicken. I just told her that last night that I wanted to try that, and I didn't know.
Yes.
I was
wait.
A little
who did that?
Edge. Scroll down.
Who did that?
Right. Bless. Yeah.
Blessed to Crochet. Okay.
You can also make a pizza and a chicken. I've tried that, and I think out of chicken is what they meant to say. And I've tried that, and it's delicious. But
oh wow.
Yeah.
Now she said what she had seen was pulsating it until it's.
I don't know if they minced it or
until it's almost a paste, if you will.
I don't know.
Is that what you did?
I hope that's what you're trying to say.
Omega-3 helps my brain. Okay.
Mine too, but I already eat a lot of things with omega in it. So salmon, avocado, almonds. There's only 3 or 4 foods I think in the world that contain omega-3 naturally.
Yeah.
So
spinach.
Salmon, I don't know. Salmon, almonds, and avocados are for sure the 3 that I know, and I pretty much eat almonds every day.
Oh.
And avocado every other day, and a lot of salmon.
Oh, I meant to highlight this one too. I love raw pineapple. Me too. It's so good.
Yeah, it is good.
I like to dehydrate it for a quick snack. That's awesome.
Healthy snack bags and keep them in the fridge.
Yes. Yeah. And this morning I went in the fridge because I was out of blueberry muffins, and I was like, what am I going to eat for breakfast? Is that, you open up the fridge and you're staring in there forever.
Yeah.
I don't feel like making a scrambled egg today. What am I going to have? Well, I had some of those snack bags that have cheese, nuts, and either craisins or golden raisins in there. I don't like regular raisins. So I had a choice because I could have pulled one of those snack bags, or I took some bananas that had gone way past their prime, and I made some banana nut bread. I made 2 loaves out of one recipe, sliced it when it was done, froze one, kept one, and we ate one then. So I had one, just taken another one out of the freezer, and I put it in the fridge, and I was like, ooh, or I could have banana nut bread, and that's good too.
She likes bread for breakfast.
I do like breads for breakfast.
Love.
I don't know. Sourdough bread is also very good for diabetics because it does not spike your sugar. I cannot keep sourdough bread to save my life alive. I don't know if it's the humidity we have here. I mean, you have to remember we're off grid, so I don't really have a controlled environment I can keep it in.
But I'll have to show
the fridge.
I'll be right back.
I did see a fridge.
Said.
What did Jan say?
She's having a premiere for her healthy snack video at noon.
Ginger, I'm having a premiere at noon for my healthy snack video. Well, everybody go I think I saw Scott was going a little bit later, going live a little later. I think I saw that earlier. So go watch Jan's premiere at noon. Simply
We're
Jan
gonna watch that
Homestead.
premiere. at
Yes,
noon.
we are. I had
Um,
2 fried eggs, fruit with cottage cheese, and a small piece of rhubarb carrot cake. Wow, that sounds really
super
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it sounds kind of like what I ate. Not really.
Yeah.
No,
Good
I had 2
morning,
hard-boiled
Tony.
turkey sausage and a piece of cottage cheese toast with
Yeah.
avocado on top. Mom,
Oh,
I know we're past our
I finally,
time,
yes, we're gonna
I
show
came
this.
home yesterday from the gym and actually
And I
from
was-
work, and she was so excited because this had risen. And I was like, "What are you making?" And she was like, "I'm making sandwich bread." And I was like, "You're doing what?" And she just kept peeking in the oven and seeing it, getting so excited. This looks like a loaf of bread from the grocery store.
It does.
You're
turn it
kidding
this
me.
way.
It is so fluffy and delicious.
Light.
Look at
It
that.
has air pockets.
Who is Wonder Bread and
It
why
is
do we
n-
need them?
we
don't. We don't.
Hey, Mountain Grandma, I was just talking to you about you and your Healthy Snacks 24 because that's what today is all about. I hope you go back and watch the replay because we have talked nothing but
Oh, that's not
meal
embarrassing
prep,
to ask.
what's good for you, what.
That asking, I hate to say this, I was not good with my teeth, but what would be a good snack for someone with no teeth? This is embarrassing to ask. I don't
No,
think so at all.
yogurt.
Yogurt is good.
Yogurt with
And
with
make
fruit
sure you get
and
one with
blueberries.
If you're gonna add fruit or like granolas from the store, which I eat granola from the store. Sorry, Mom. And a lot of those things have
Traitor.
sugar added to them. Make sure that your yogurt isn't an additional sugar additive because I have actually gotten her into a low sugar, high protein yogurt that she's like, I can't even taste the difference. It's called Too Good, and it has 2 grams of sugar for every cup of yogurt, which is really good. And then she can add whatever fruit she wants, and she doesn't feel bad about how much sugar she's consumed.
Mm-hmm.
On average, women should consume about 19 to 20 grams of sugar a day, and that's your max. And that goes quickly when you're talking about all of the things that contain a lot of sugar in them. So I would say for sure yogurt or cottage cheese are really good. You can also puree a lot of things.
Yeah.
And make them finer, and it doesn't take away the taste. I'd say like avocado would be really good.
Oh yeah.
To put on a warm piece of bread would be good because it would make it
that's
super
what
soft.
Yeah, that's what you did. You did avocado toast with or toast with cottage cheese and a little bit of avocado on
19
it
to
too.
20 grams does go very quickly. So that's
Yes.
why that's the
You
one
gotta
thing
be
I did
mindful.
focus on was sugar. So
yeah, you got to be very mindful of what you're taking in.
Yeah. Because it's in everything. Pasta sauces, bread. It's literally yogurt. I'm not even sure. I think cottage cheese even has sugar in it.
But this whole loaf
coffees.
of bread that I made this recipe, and I got this recipe, this is not mine. I have tried so many different recipes for bread that you don't have to, need until your arms fall off because Andel has issues with her hands. I have a lot of issues with my hands too. I have basal joint arthritis. This hand has not been operated on. This one has, so you can see the complete difference. They actually put this finger and this thumb, they cut the whole bone out. That is this bone. They cut that whole bone out, cut me here, took a tendon from here and put it from here, from like here to here. Trying to explain it.
Like moved
but
it.
There's the scar. So they cut the tendon out of here, cut me here and put the tendon in there. So I'm actually lucky I can even move of course it had to be my right hand. Well, both hands needed to be done, but this one caused me a lot of pain, and it's still, I have a little pain, but not as much. But I have a lot of pain in my hands. So kneading bread is not something I want to do from here until next week. And this recipe I got from Living Traditions, Kevin and Sarah. And if Dale was in here right now, he'd be oohing and on because he loves them too. I love a lot of their videos. This bread was so stinking easy to make. And it's the first one I've made that didn't come out dense as a hockey puck. And
it looks like it could be Texas toast, but it could also be sandwich bread. You could cut it thin. You could not. We're going to try
some thicker ones to make
whole wheat one. She just doesn't know it yet.
Yes. No, I am going to try a whole wheat. I have some whole wheat flour, and so I'm going to try that. But you only need that one, like, most of them you need for like 8 minutes. And this one, you only need it. You just push and need 40
50 times is what
50
you said,
times. And that's actually not too bad. I get to about that point, and then my hands are like, okay, time to
Yes.
take a break.
Jan, that's exactly what Mom said, that she would love
Mountain
to make
Grandma.
French toast with that.
She has issues with her hands
Oh, wow.
too.
Are you doing a
Don't
video
dare touch
recipe
my
for
bread.
See,
Yeah, right?
I told her, so since we haven't made a lot of videos recently, and that's just because there's been a lot of people coming and going.
Yes.
We are going to commit to making a video, and I told her we need to make a video of the bread.
Well,
so
I will make it, but I will also kick it back to Kevin and Sarah and link their original video. That would make amazing French toast. Yes, and that's what I had said about meal prepping, because Megan got the protein pancakes and she bought those, and I said I could make bread, therefore I could control the sugar in the bread, and then we could use the eggs from the chickens to make French toast sticks, like when you were a kid. So I know it's going to remind her of, oh my gosh, I'm back in middle school and I get a Lunchable breakfast snack.
Literally.
So
Niecy would be so jealous if I had French toast sticks. She loves them.
It's a thing to do with all your older bread, but it's what I usually do with older bread is make French toast sticks. And then I put them in the, slice them and then put them in the freezer. And then it's cute too, but it's a good grab and go. And you don't need syrup.
Jan said, Kevin and Sarah, awesome. And then
They
Nanny
are.
Tam said, Ginger, have you ever made chaffles? She was telling me about them yesterday.
I was telling her about it. And I actually think I have a little waffle maker in the she shed on the kitchen side.
Yeah.
That we could try some chaffles.
Yeah. Niecy said, save me some. Oh my God. Wait until I come back. I love French toast. She literally, that's what she asks for. She's like, this is my cheat meal. Can I please get French toast sticks? I'm like, I don't want anything with sugar in the house.
We don't need to wait till you come back. We'll still have plenty of eggs, and I can make bread now.
Yeah.
I actually can make a bread that doesn't kill my hands.
I've never seen something make her so happy and excited that she did herself. She was just like on cloud 9 all day yesterday.
And I think Mountain Grandma and Lisa from Yogi Hala Farm were talking about the other day, different skills that you have. Every time you build on those skills, you're just adding more to your repertoire of making your own self healthy.
Yeah.
Homemade bread's better than store-bought bread. So I've got artisan bread down, but I wanted something like a sandwich bread. And I have tried so many and they have all failed. I don't know if it's the altitude, if it's the humidity, I don't know what it is, but maybe it's the fact that I don't have a controlled environment. But this recipe is amazing, and it doesn't require you to go buy buttermilk, which I very rarely have in my fridge, or anything crazy like that. It's just a very basic recipe of things that you would have in your cabinet or in your fridge.
Yeah, all the stuff that everyone's talking about making with avocados. I know that when you eat avocados raw, they taste like they have a very pungent flavor, but they actually, just like cottage cheese, take on a lot of flavors of other things.
Do it like Megan does.
So you don't have to worry about, like, if you make ice cream out of avocados, like it tasting like avocados, or making like a mousse out of avocado. It doesn't. It takes on the flavor. And cacao is so strong, but it's so good for you.
Yeah.
It is really good.
Really good for you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
and
wow.
It's like a good sweet treat to have. I have some in here, I think.
Okay.
Cacao bits. They're like nibs of cacao.
I'm not sure what, but Mountain Grandma was apparently very excited about what we were talking about, because she said, yes.
I know, yeah. I think she was talking about the bread.
Sorry, I kind of lost track of those.
Less than 1 gram of sugar for a teaspoon of these, and they're 15 calories, and that's chocolate. And it helps to satisfy that like chocolate craving. But when you mix this with avocados, you wouldn't even taste the avocado at all.
Oh,
I
really?
mean, you could puree it and make a little chocolate pudding for yourself. Yeah, these are really good. I put these in my yogurt. Niecy is at home right now packing.
So I'm addicted, Heather. Oh, she's addicted to chaffles now that she's made them. Oh, that's awesome. Mountain Grandma's tea. It's our medicine because we need the potassium.
Yeah.
Yes. It is also very good for your cholesterol because it does have the fatty omega-3 fatty that you need.
Acid, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh
right,
yes,
Mary.
you
Yeah.
just answered that
Just
one.
for about 3 weeks.
Yeah, to do some finalizing things that she has to do and work too.
Yeah.
Oh,
I use cacao in powder form too, so much healthier than I think you mean cocoa. I've made black bean brownies, yes, and
I
50-50 to I've heard that too.
Didn't Ashley from CNC Farms, didn't she make that for your Healthy Snacks collab? Healthy Snacks 24. I feel like she made black bean brownies, and they look just like brownies, obviously, but I mean, it looked like it was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, we have gone 20 minutes over our time.
Yeah, it says you can blend this into a trail mix too. You could use these in the granola.
And
delicious.
Put these instead of the M&Ms. Of course, you probably love the M&Ms.
Yeah.
And you do have to give yourself some grace to
Yeah,
have
that's not a bad
some
thing.
things that, otherwise you're just going to go hard at it and then you're just going to fall off the deep end and you're just going to completely quit.
Yeah.
So you really do have to give yourself a balance and give yourself some of those things that you like every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
It's all in moderation, but preparing your snacks are so important, and preparing your meals ahead, like Megan said, for her to take to work with her instead of eating something there on the menu or going to one of the nearby restaurants.
Yeah, because we have Chick-fil-A right next door.
Yeah, but for her to plan
Chick-fil-A.
16 meals, and I bet you out of that 16, you had rice, broccoli, sweet potatoes,
1 gram Nanny Tam
sausage.
It's low carb too.
I bet you that was under, I'm gonna say under $20.
Yeah, and they're probably all under 400 calories. I'd give it a max of 450.
But under $20
for all of
you've
that.
got 16 lunches.
Yeah,
I mean, you think 16 times 10, you're talking $30 or $20 to $30 as opposed to 160.
Troy, I'm not sure where you're at, but maybe
if you go to Chick-fil-A or Zaxby's,
it's like
or
$14 every trip.
Yeah, you're gonna get a drink. You're gonna get, or maybe you'll just get water. But still, a basic meal is like $10.
Yeah.
So, I mean, look at how much money she saved. That is a bonus.
Yeah.
The healthy part of it is where it's really at. That's what we really wanted to get to today.
Yeah.
So.
And 30 milligrams of potassium in these too. These are a good source of potassium.
Did he say where he was,
No.
Troy?
Yeah.
I'm not sure, Nisi or Troy, where are you at? Somebody, I think you had said somewhere, I was listening last night, and I think you had said in Virginia somewhere.
Yay, Mary. I'm excited because I finally converted my regular Medicare to an Advantage plan, and now I get
For all the information.
Oh, that's
today,
awesome,
I'm going to have
Tam.
to catch the replay and take
How
notes.
cool.
Yeah.
Wow. No one made black bean brownies for the collab, but I'm uploading mine tomorrow. That's awesome.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Too.
Well, I will definitely. Don't forget to go watch the premiere of Jan's.
Yeah.
Healthy Snacks 24.
30 minutes.
In 30 minutes at 12 o'clock. Okay, guys.
She said, we gotta go.
Yeah.
Oh, Blacksburg. Yeah, that is really close. We drive right past it.
Really?
Right through, yeah.
Wow.
A lot of kids that worked for me would go to school in Blacksburg and then for the summer come back. So yeah, you go right through Blacksburg.
Wow. That's awesome. Jinx.
Get out of my head.
Get out of my head.
I don't know how sugar dense dates are. That'd have to be something. I don't eat a lot of dates.
Oh, I do like them.
But I can
wait.
I
no,
like
is
them.
it dates or there's something else they sell in a little container at Ingles. It's not dates. It's not figs. I can't remember what it is. Maybe it is dates.
Yeah, they contain high amounts of sugar. They're very sweet.
They're very naturally sweet, so I can see that.
Yeah, it is. It is. All right, so they're less
Any healthy is
blood
stinking
sugar per
expensive.
Google.
Yes, they are. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna let you go. Scott's gonna be going on a little bit later. I didn't see what time. If anybody knows, prunes. I don't think it was prunes.
It does say that date fruit is known for a great nutritional value, and 2 to 3 servings of date fruit a day are beneficial for patients with diabetes. So it's actually not bad.
Oh,
But prunes, I don't know either. I actually like prunes and dates. Hang on, I'll look it up.
yes, you too.
Those are very, and I've never had
Mary,
rhubarb,
thank you.
so. Oh, prunes are actually less sugar dense than dates are.
Oh,
So, yeah,
so prunes would be the better way to go than dates.
probably. And they're less likely to spike blood sugar levels for diabetics.
Oh,
So
well, there
they're
you
also
go.
really good because a lot of like berries are the
Mhm.
highest sugar content you could get in fruit.
Yeah.
So when I think for diabetics, you have to be very careful with strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, any of those.
Oh wait, and
Pineapples
what was
and
that?
bananas too.
What was that? Shot that Nisi
Oh,
got.
glucose.
Nisi got a glucose shot in her elbow, and it spiked the crap out of her sugar. Which she's
I
not
don't
a
know. I
diabetic,
feel like
but
it did though.
they were like, "Whoa!" So
Yeah.
you got to be careful with things that they, if they're trying to help you with hands or elbows or knees, and they shoot some
Oh yeah,
glucose in
watermelon
you.
too. Yeah, she has a tendon
Yeah.
that looks like a guitar string if you look at it through a scan.
Yeah.
So they were like, fiddle, fiddle, fiddle with it, and she was like, "What are you doing?" So they're trying to
Ooh, date stuff
treat
with
that right
cream
now.
cheese.
Yum.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Go watch Jan
I
at
could
noon.
talk about food all day.
Yeah, I could talk about food all day too. Watch Jan at noon. Then go watch Scott at 1:30 because I see where Jan said 1:30 for Scott. And then don't forget, tonight is Homestead Hangout. It starts at 6
Ulnar
p.m.
nerve.
Eastern Standard Time
Normal
with
time.
Gillum Farms. Yes, that is the normal time for all of us over here
Yes,
on the east
steroids.
side.
Yeah.
Are you with me there, Miss Ann? Yes, she is. Anyways, and then from Gillum Farms, it goes to White Rock Homestead, then comes back here to Not for Nothing Homestead, and then it goes to 9 Acre Family Farms. So if you just go to Gillum Farms at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, they'll tell you where to go from there. Everybody will lead you to the next one. So guys, we love you. Take care, especially of your health. Take care of you and yours, and we will see you later on today. Bye. I've enjoyed this so much.
So much.
I know. I loved
What
it.
the
It was
heck?
so awesome.
Yeah. I'm looking this up.
What are you looking up? I think I hit end stream.
No,
I
you
guess I
didn't.
didn't.
No.